Order and Chaos, Chapter 1, and Logic vanished in a puff of God. Sheogorath stared out at the shivering isles, lost in thoughts that sprang into being as they popped into his head, watching as every whim that popped into his crazed head came to pass, no matter how impossible it should have been. Impossible? This was his realm. Impossible was whatever he said it was, which was nothing. Unless he changed his mind, or his mind changed him. That was always an odd feeling when his mind changed him. Sometimes he was Haskill, and that was always curious indeed, serving himself. Quite fun. But right now, he was faced with a dilemma that troubled him most as he reigned over his realm in any era. "I'm bored," he grumbled to himself, and just about everyone that was around him, though most of them really weren't. "Whatever I think happens, and everything here is under my complete control. Where is the fun in that? Everything always happens the way I want it to, and nothing is interesting anymore." He leaned one elbow on his throne as the throne room burst into butterflies, leaning his chin in his hand as he dangled the other off his knee. "And nobody comes to play with me. And mortals are the only way anything really interesting happens here. They always struggle against me. Struggle! Like they have a chance against a Daedric prince." He rolled his eyes with a chuckle. "Well, of course they don't. I'm Sheogorath. Nobody has a chance against me. Well, except Jyggalag, the cheater. He always shows up when I'm not here and breaks everything I worked so hard building, the sneak thief. And the other princes, I suppose, but none of them are anywhere near as creative as me. I'm the best, no matter what the others say." He sighed sadly. "But that doesn't fix the boredom, since none of them want to play my games. Sometimes I wish I had someone here who would match me, who would play with me when the rules could be changed." He waved his free hand dismissively. "But what are the chances of that happening?" He paused as he felt a new, unusual, unexpected sensation. Pain. "What's this? Something is biting my finger. I suppose to do something when this happens. Scream? No, that's so boring. Oh, I know." He lifted his hand and extended his unbitten arm. "Yodelay, yodelay, yodelay, hee-hoo!" he cried out dramatically, just for the fun of it. However, this did nothing about the sensation of honest-to-goodness pain on his fingertip. "Well, time to see what I have here." Lifting his hand, he stared at the creature. The creature extended upwards from his hand, and Sheogorath examined it top to bottom. A feather for an antenna. How curious. And a salamander tail for a neck. So interesting. Whoever made this creature really had an imagination. And a bear torso and dragon and deer legs for arms. Amazing. Odd place for a bat and bird wing, and a lion leg and eagle talon for legs, and a head for a bottom with eyes in its ass. How genius! And a stag antler and a goat horn instead of tails." The creature giggled from its mouth, gripping his finger. "Of course," Sheogorath realized, "you're upside down." He rotated his hand to stare at the creature the other way, and its eyes rolled back into its head before dangling out of the tail on either side of the feather, blinking at him. Sheogorath burst into pleased laughter. "And I didn't even come up with you! How wondrous!" He tossed his hands into the air, popping out a fresh pair to applaud. The strange creature, about the size of a loaf of bread, giggled and bowed playfully as it floated in the air. It then twirled around a few times, staring around at the isles. "You like this place, do you, creature?" Sheogorath asked happily. "Wonderful, wonderful. But I can't keep calling you creature. Everyone on the isles is a creature. I'm a creature. You need a name." "Tico," the little creature offered in baby talk. "Of course," Sheogorath proclaimed proudly, clapping his hands together. "I shall call you Dick Cheese." The creature's eyes narrowed, and it snapped its eagle talon. Sheogorath's head exploded. Sheogorath quickly grew a new one. That stings, Dick Cheese! Another snap, another exploded head. Although this time it first swelled like a balloon before popping. Shigoref grabbed his left arm and pumped, inflating a new head. I get the distinct feeling you don't like the name I've given you. Discord, the creature insisted firmly. Shigoref blinked for a moment. Discord? The creature clapped happily, flying circles around Shigoref's head before curling up to sleep on a truncheon. What a wondrous name, Shigoref proclaimed happily as he lifted the blunt instrument that hadn't been there a moment ago. And how fitting for this place. I'm going to like having you here. Setting the instrument down, he proceeded to play chopsticks before digging into a bowl of egg faux young, only to be blocked by Little Discord's shovel from his own attempts at excavation. What's this? This is my food. Get your own. Dada, hungry, Discord complained before eating the bowl and throwing the egg foo young into Shigoref's face. The Daedric Prince happily slurped up the meal, stretching his tongue out to get every inch of his face. Dada, who's that? Discord pointed at Shigoref with his tail, giggling as he slurped up the chopsticks. Me? Shigoref gasped in shock. A son? You are male, aren't you? And heir? I've never thought of having such a one. I'll have to look up. He slapped himself, making his head spin like a top. Look it up? Who am I? Himoris Mora? No, I'm Sheogorath. I make it up as I go along. To his surprise, Little Discord curled up happily in his lap, a machine gun going off in his mismatched hands to show he was purring. Shigoref gently began stroking Discord's back, staring at the tiny creature. Feeling odd in his face, he lifted up his free hand and felt moisture at his eyes. What a curious thing, he murmured softly. What a curious thing. Hey, this is my second attempt at making a video like this. I would like honest opinions if they are available, as it will help me make better videos like this in the future. Thank you, and goodbye.